Morning, ladies and gentlemen. This video we will show you about Bidayuh culture, which are society, structure, economy, and education. Please enjoy this video.
This part will introduce education of the Bidayuh. Many of the Bidayuh community live in the rural areas. Their educations were based on teaching by their families and grandparents. Education focused on the languages. At the beginning of the 1970s, the community started to become more educated as they were exposed to urban lifestyle. A lot have since migrated to urban areas looking for higher education and better jobs. There is a good improvement in the education start for Bidayuh as new facilities such as public schools are introduced into their villages. They are also encouraged to adopt Malay and English languages. As the new generation of the Bidayuh Sawar gets better education and more knowledgeable, many gained employment with public and private schools. A number of them are also self-employed, running their own business. Bidayuh-based multilingual education is an excellent way to teach public skills such as reading, writing, and arithmetic to kindergarten-age children in Bidayuh villages.
The younger generation of Bidayuh is highly educated, with many of them having university and professional qualification. There is a Sarawak Bidayuh Graduate Association which organizes activity for members as a way of getting the educated Bidayuh together. English and Bahasa Malay and used during SPGA meeting. In the urban areas, Bidayuh parents are kept to enroll children in missional school, perhaps because they are Christians themselves. There are many Bidayuh students who study in government school as well. The common code used during social interaction in school are Sarawak Malay, Bahasa Malay, and English professional community with a Bidayuh senior school teacher, Mengko Angka Negu River that is school. Bidayuh is never used among the urban Bidayuh students during social interaction and is not encouraged by the Bidayuh teachers in rural school intern. According to Miner, by the year 2020, with a better attitude toward educated, at least 2 parents of the younger generation of Bidayuh will be university graduates and professionals.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This part we are going to talk about Bidayuh society structure. The term Dayaka today refer to the Iban, the Bidayuhs, and the Orient rural communities. Kinship in Dayaka society is traced in both lines of genealogy, although in Dayaka Iban society, men and women possess equal rights in studio and property ownership. Political office have structurally been the occupation of the traditional Iban. Patronage there is a colony of elders in each longhouse. Overall, Dayaka leadership in any given region is marked by title of Penhuhu. For instance, World have invested authority on behalf of network of Chu Rumas and so on to Pamancha, Pagra to Tamangu in the ascending order, while Panima or Orinkaya, a title given by Malays to some Dayakas. Individual Dayaka groups have their social and hierarchy system defined internally, and those differ wider from Ibans to Nagoji and Bani Queens to Kayans.
The silent feature of the Daya social organization is the practice of longhouse dormic. This is a structure supported by hardwood posts that can be hundreds of meters long, usually located along a direct river bank. At one side is a long community platform from which the individual households can be reached. The toy room can be added by a toy ballroom, toy and a mana. Nowadays, each long house will have a security and a development commute and ad hoc commute will be formal as and when necessary. For example, during festivals such as Gawi Dayak, the Dayak are peace and loving. People who live based on customer rules or at sale which govern each of their main activities. The adult is administered by the toy room and by the council of elders in the longhouse, so that any dispute can be settled among the divorced themselves well. Buried if no settlement can be reached at the longhouse chef level, then the dispute will escape to the most senior leader in the region of the Penlu level in modern time and so on.
Okay, I'm going to talking about the economy of the Bidayuh. Actually, the Sarawak stance is to benefit a lot if the Bidayuh cultural heritage in the form of traditional arts and along with other ethnic group cultural heritage are adequately preserved. It has great potential of boosting the state's economy through the tourism. When cultural heritage are properly preserved and advertised through the print and economic media, there stands a chance of attracting tourists from the nooks and crannies of the world. This would be a plus to national revenue and GDP, which will in turn provide more funds for the development of the country. And the Bidayuh cultural heritage in the form of the traditional arts also are capable of the promoting mutual understanding and respect among the Bidayuh dedicated group. For instance, when the Bidayuh subgroups send their contingents to attend the annual Pesta Bermu or the Harvest Festival during Gawai, they will learn to appreciate the various traditional arts exhibited by diverse Bidayuh communicate subgroup, and this will engender unity in the diversity.
The Bidayuh Museum or Culture Gallery could contribute to Bidayuh's appreciation of aesthetics, relaxation, and leisure. Some non-material cultural heritage such as value of respect, integrity, and the dignity of labor will reorientation the mass, in particularly to Bidayuh from materialism to appreciating appropriate, normally right pursuit and endeavors. All those will culminate into a better Bidayuh community.
The main agriculture activity for Orange Bidayuh will be paddy plantation. The traditional methods of the planting hay are often accompanied by a series of rulers and taboos. The Bidayuhs view the world as not him alone, but is shared by him with other orders of beings. Their rulers and taboo are necessary in paid cultivation so as to appear these beings or to incorporate them for act, so that the land will be harmonious and the crops flourish. For instance, Haringava is an immortal celebration for them to please the God for the good harvest so the earth. The Bidayuhs are also regarded as living things with their own souls. In addition to those shamans and physical caring, hate needs spiritual gradient to ensure its possibility. Traditionally, Bidayuh men are in charge of the head hunting in the family. However, in their modern era, head hunting activity is slowly reducing. Instead, they were hunting for animals or even farming them.
Economic role of women in the Bidayuh community is about improving social economics conditions in families. They are concerned about financial management in order to contribute the family incomes. Bidayuh women involved as interpreter for the intention social of income. They improve themselves in farming and gardening, which insists them to improve their social economics state of their families. It also observed that the Bidayuh women have taken progress involved when they multiply the individual capacities and natural resources to produce valuable products. Bidayuh women like to involve in business. The effort is starting with the establishment of Bidayuh Craft Center to promote the handcraft as well as to generate income of Bidayuh communities. So that's all the video about Bidayuh culture. I hope you guys have a little bit comprehended about Bidayuh culture. Thank you for watching. Bye!